So after you start up SimAvio and the TouchTrainer, it will automatically go into full screen mode for everything that you see here. But there might be times where you want to modify the preferences or get into the menu systems. To do that, there's a very important key which you should probably just remember. It's Control M on your keyboard. So it's just that you hold down the Control key. First you have to click on the SimAvio window to make that the active window, and then Control M on your keyboard, and that just took it out of full screen mode. And now I can move this window around, and I can also see now that there's menus available at the top. Probably the most important menu is the Edit Preferences. Most of these other things here are not relevant or important for a touchscreen owner, but perhaps the Preferences is. So you click on Preferences, and that brings up this window. You want to make sure that all of your preferences look just like this. So under Startup, nothing should be checked here. Under Mask Mode, you want to have the first one checked, which is Disable Menu Mask Mode, and Startup in Mask Screen Mode. Under Graphical GUI Display, you want to make sure Button Feedback Beep is selected. And under Spiral Touch, you want to make sure that Spiral Touch is enabled, so do not select that box, which will disable your Spiral Touch. When you receive your TouchTrainer, all of these preferences will be set up for you. However, if something does get changed, this is how it needs to be. So let's close this window, and I'll demonstrate a little bit about using X-Plane or SimAvio's controls. Again, Control M will bring it full screen again. So what you do here to use it is just tap with your finger, and you'll hear a clicking sound, and you can use either screen here. You can use you can swipe your finger back and forth to move wheels, like in the Cessna, or you can tap where you want to change things. Your flaps, for example, is a swipe as well, so you can swipe your finger down. Your throttle control, you can use it here, but you have the hardware control here, so typically you would use the hardware control for that. When you're accessing knobs, we use this technology that we developed called Spiral Touch. And to use Spiral Touch, let's just go into the VOR mode, for example. To use Spiral Touch, you just tap either arrow next to the knob, and then you just sweep your finger outward from the arrow and rotate it around. Now each full rotation of the knob is equal to a quarter rotation of the needle. And just above my finger, you can actually see the number that I'm trying to get to. So let's just say I need to get to 300. I can get right in there at 300, and then just release your finger. To be able to press a knob, there's a rectangle in the center of the knob that's different from the left and right arrow keys. So let's just say I want to sync my heading bug to my current course. You just press the rectangle, and it syncs my heading bug and brings it right up to the top here. You can see it on the PFD. Another useful feature is the virtual keypads. Now we use virtual keypads for things that might take a little bit longer given the fact that you're using a touchscreen instead of real hardware. an example of the virtual keypad is the direct to when you're entering an ICAO at a waypoint that you want to go to. So you tap the arrow. Now this is your FMS knob down here. Your small arrows is your inner knob, and your large arrows, that's your outer knob. So to begin entering an ICAO, as you know, you need to twist the inner knob clockwise. So I'm going to tap once the arrow that equates to the counterclockwise rotation of, the clockwise rotation of the inner knob, and it automatically brings up this virtual keypad. And now, instead of using the FMS keypad, I can just type the waypoint, and let's just say it's KMRY, enter. Now the virtual keypad goes away, and you're back to using the regular hardware controls. So another useful reason why you would want to go into Control M is to make sure that X-Plane and SimAvio are communicating. For example, when you move your controls and you don't see the throttle move, that may be that X-Plane and SimAvio are not communicating. So to check that, you click on your SimAvio panel and use Control M again. And then at the top of the window, you will see SimAvio, and here we know it's connected because it says connected. If it's not connected, it'll say not connected. Another useful window to check for connection is to go to View and Statistics, which is Control U, and in here you can see that this green light is flashing and we have a connection status and we're sending data over UDP. Alright, so if you have a connection problem, one way you can fix that is by reloading. There's something we call reload plugins. So what you need to do is go into the X-Plane menus and move your mouse over the top of the screen, and the menus will show up. And over this menu here that says plugins, click on that, and reload plugins, click on that, and click reload. Now on the center display here, you'll see it'll say I will then reload all plugins. So click understood, and now it's reloading the plugins, and you can see down here SimAvio says not connected, and now it just went to connected, and that just repaired the connection problem between X-Plane and SimAvio. And just to confirm that, we can go back out of Control M, and you can move your controls and you confirm, yeah, I got a good connection here. I could see my throttle moving.